Welcome to Greenville Tech's Student Rally. I am your Student Government President, Sterling Green. I would like to thank you for choosing Greenville Tech as a resource to further your education. I am thrilled that you saw into your future and valued its importance. Student Rally is the celebration of the start of our academic year. It is a time of excitement and eagerness to embrace our upcoming opportunities, challenges, and responsibilities. It is also a time for us to reflect on who we are, our goals, and what motivates our goals.
Are your manners showing when you're in class? Let's see. There's Jack giving the teacher his best attention. Good manners again.
We must go back many, many years. Patty, did I tell you?
This kind of manners shows too. It's one way to impress the teacher.
Civility to me actually is common sense because it's professionalism. Civility really is about professionalism, because professionalism is how we conduct ourselves and how we treat one another. And to me, that's common sense. And when you really think about it, there's really nothing to be gained to act other than in a professional manner.
We're a small organization, Spencer. We find that getting along with people is pretty important. Do you think you can do that?
Oh yes, I think I can.
Civility is something that's real important in our whole society, not just our American society, but our global society. And it's something that I've personally noticed has been somewhat declining over the years.
Civility, to me, it means being able to disagree, but also be respectful and aware of someone else's opinion.
Treat others as you want to be treated. Here's how it applies to an office. First, of course, know your job. Enjoy it, but also enjoy the people that you're working with. Be considerate of them, and be considerate of your employer. Remember those simple rules of office etiquette, and you'll get along in the business world.
Part of the education process is introducing students to new ideas and new ways of thinking, and I think civility is an important part of that. We have to introduce all these new wonderful environments and things like that to students who might not have been exposed to them before.
Good manners make good first impressions. And because your manners are showing all the time, they have a lot to do with how well people like you.
Civility is essential to any organization, especially to Greenville Tech, of course. And when you have a workplace that values employees and students, and they feel a sense of respect, professionalism, consistency in the way they're treated, that speaks to the value that we have in place for the culture at Greenville Tech.
In reality, we have a real responsibility, I think, especially at a college, to really emphasize the importance of civility on campus. It really boils down to respect from my perspective. And so when you think about it, you can think about it in a couple of ways. In the classroom, obviously a lot of the literature and things that we hear about civility on campus deal with some of the distractions in the campus, the obvious things like loud eating, using your cell phone, anything that disrupts or disrespects the learning environment, which should be safe and inclusive and all those things. But also outside of the classroom, and that's where it's important for us as employees, as faculty and staff, to also model a civil environment.
May I? Please? Thank you. These are words of respect. Words that make day-to-day living go smoothly.
Students are coming from all sorts of backgrounds. We have students that have never left home before. We have students that are coming from other countries. And we're going to get a lot of new ideas and a lot of new ways of thinking, a lot of new cultures all mixed in together. And so students that are introduced to new things need to be able to interact with each other and need to be able to work with each other in an adult and civil manner.
Nice pictures, man. Can I give you a hand? No, that's it.
She'll remember good manners, and that makes Jack rate high with her.
I would encourage each and every student here at Greenville Tech to join a club or organization. It is the foundation for building civility. When you join a club or organization, you have no choice but to work with other people to come to a common ground to accomplish your goal.
Campus civility is important because we need people to understand that we value difference at the college. And that difference is not simply by race or ethnicity, but also by ideology, how people think, how people perceive things, how they analyze things, their experiences, their backgrounds, their cultural differences. That is what makes people makes an organization very inclusive. So at Greenville Tech, we strive to demonstrate that and to make people feel culturally accepted, that we are very much in tune in embracing that culture.
A cheerful greeting for friends you meet, an inquiry about their welfare, and everyone feels more at ease. That's what good manners do. They make everyone feel at ease.
It's a really great time to be at Greenville Tech because we have things that we do with our students, we have things that we're doing with our employees to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to get the skills they need to contribute to a very civil campus environment.
It has to start with the leader. The leader has to exhibit what he or she means by professionalism, what he or she means by creating a civil environment.
Simply having a diversity plan for employees or student isn't enough. The true sense of diversity is when an organization believes and have value for diversity. And we at Greenville Tech, we have that.
It's a great time to be at Greenville Tech.